from your sleep, all you weary ones who are weary of the night. Look to the east, all you dreary ones who are waiting for the light. Dawn is breaking and a new day is born. The world is singing the song of the dawn. Birds are waiting, hear them welcome the dawn. They're sweetly singing the song of the dawn. Yesterday the skies were gray. Look, this morning.
I'm Etta James, born as James Betta Hawkins in 1938 in Los Angeles, California. In 1960, I signed a recording contract with Chess Records. My first major solo hit with the R&B style tune was All I Did Is Cry. It quickly went up the Billboard R&B chart, peaking at number 2. I also was singing background vocals on Chuck Berry's hit Back in the USA. The same year I released my debut album Off Chess called At Last. The head producer Leonard Chess imagined me as a classic ballad stylist who had potential to cross over into the pop charts. I began recording the violins and other string instruments, which was on my 1961 hit At Last. It went number 2 on the Billboard charts. It also peaked number 47 on the Billboard pop charts. This became my signature song. My second album, the second time around, was inspired by soul music. The album spun at top 15 hits. In 1963, I released my first live album, Etta James Rocks the House. In the mid-90s, I began to battle with heroin, which lasted until 1947. I spent so much time in and out of the hospital. In 1974, I came back and released a new album, which is self-titled. It was nominated for a Grammy Award.
The most commercially successful Chicago blues performer of the post-war era, harmonica stylist Little Walter Jacobs. His recording as a solo artist and side musician with the bands of Muddy Waters and Jimmy Rogers are among the finest performers of Chicago blues. Fusing the style of his mentor John Lee Williamson with the jump blues of saxophonist Louis Jordan, Walter varied the harmonica, to quote Paul Oliver in his work The Blackwell Guide to Blues Records. Born to Adam Jacobs and Patrice Lavigne on May 1, 1930 in Marksville, Louisiana, Mary Ann Walter Jacobs was raised on a farm in Alexandria. Taking up the harmonica at age 8, he learned to play blues by listening to recordings of John Lee, Sonny Boy, Williamson. After leaving home at age 13, the young musician played small night spots in Louisiana, Arkansas, and Missouri. In 1947, Little Walter arrived in Chicago and supported himself by playing on the street corners and in the Jewish market district of Maxwell Street. Performing for tips and handouts, Walter's repertoire included waltzes, polkas, and blues numbers. On Maxwell Street, he performed with the guitarist Johnny Young, Otham Brown, and Big Bill Bronzy, who became his informally adopted guardian. Little Walter's contribution to Waters' band observed blues researchers Alan Lomax in The Land Where the Blues Began, resulting in the transformation of the blues combos from a country string band into a wind plus string orchestra. Little Walter's upcoming talent led to his recording debut of Oro Nelly, a small obscure label located in Bernard and Red Abrams' Maxwell Street record shop in 1947. During this time, Little Walter's performances on Maxwell Street became to attract the attention of many musicians. In 1948, Waters added Little Walter to his road band, which included Rogers on guitar, Big Crawford on bass, and Babyface Leroy on drums. Powerful musical exchanges featured on a number of chess sides, including Little Walter's 1951 Top 10 Rhythm and Blues hits, Long Distance Call. Little Walter's contribution of Waters' band, observed blues researchers Alan Lomax in The Land Where the Blues Began, resulted in the transformation of the blues combo from a country string band into a wind plus string orchestra. After landing a hit with the Waters Band stage theme song for chess in 1952, Little Walter left the group. Little Walter left the group and rushed back to Chicago. Returning to the city, he discovered that Four Aces harmonica player Junior Wells had left that outfit to fill the spot with the Muddy Waters Band. Thus, he immediately welcomed the opportunity to join the Aces, a group that included Lewis and Dave Myers on guitar and Freddie Below on drums. Although Little Walter remained on the rhythm and blues charts throughout 1954, it wasn't until 1955 that he had his biggest hit with Willie Dixon's My Babe. But as Little Walter hit the charts with My Babe, his career faced several setbacks. Soon afterwards, Dave Myers left the band, followed by drummer Below. Excessive drinking and an erratic lifestyle greatly affected Walter's ability as a bandleader. Though Little Walter's studio performances of the late 1950s continued to produce first-rate materials, his rough lifestyle began to take its toll. By the 1960s, he bore facial scars from drunken altercations. Walter's street-hardened behavior resulted in his death at his home on February 15, 1968, from a blood clot sustained during a street fight. He was 37. Upon his death, Little Walter left a recording career unparalleled in the history of post-war Chicago blues. His musicianship has influenced nearly every modern blues harmonica player.